This is the Board Game Quiz Show by Going Analog, and I am your Quizmaster, Shu. My guest today is Stephanie Cerda from Minimum Player Count and also the Board Game Spotlight. She does previews, reviews, unboxings, giveaways, and more on her YouTube channel. Welcome to the show, Stephanie.
Thank you for having me. I'm super nervous.
Don't be nervous, but I mean, we are not going to take it easy on you, so maybe you should be a little bit nervous, a little bit. All right. Well, tell us what you're known for and what you're up to these days.
I am known for my channel, Minimum Player Count, mainly on YouTube, but I first started on Instagram, so I have more of a following on there. So you can find me on Instagram under Minimum Player Count, but I also have channels on Twitter and, YouTube and just different sites. I try to, get as much out there as I can, but yeah.
I saw you try to do a little TikTok, but that didn't seem to last very long.
Yeah, maybe later I'll try that again, but not right now.
Cool. And so our audience could get to know you a little bit better. What is your favorite board game of all time?
My favorite as of right now is Dwellings of Eldervale. I still love that a lot. It's just got so much into it, and it's a huge game with minis that make sounds. So what more can you ask for?
Yeah. All right, cool. Well, we're going to get started with the quiz. So you have a merch section. You have an online store, and your merch has bees on them, like the insect, not the letter. And you explained, I asked you what that was about. You said it's because you love bees. You want to save the bees. I assume that's because they're good for the planet and not because you have this weird thing for honey. So I wanted to give you a bee-themed round today. And can you believe Board Game Geek actually has 149 games with bees in them? But the problem is no one's heard of 146 of them. So I'm instead of just doing a bee round, I'm going to expand it a little bit more to be about insects and bugs. So I'm calling this round 1 Buggy Board Games. And there are 5 multiple choice questions. You get 1 point for each one you get right, for a total possible 5 points in the first round. And if you're watching from home, if you're one of the home viewers, feel free to pause after the questions if you want to play along. All right, Stephanie, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can look at the screen and see the first question. Name the bluffing game where you don't want to collect sets of flies, scorpions, spiders, rats, stink bugs, and other unsavory little creatures. Is that A, cockroach salad, B, hive, C, problem picnic, or D, cockroach poker?
I am going to say, is hive B?
No. Actually, that's going to come up again later, that game Hive, but it is cockroach poker.
Cockroach poker?
Yeah, it's a kind of a bluffing game where you're passing out cards trying to trick people into taking them, and if they collect too many of a certain type of creature, then they will lose. So, okay, so let's go on to question number 2. So speaking of Hive,
you set this up.
I know. Unfortunately, it sounds like you don't know this game, so this is not going to be a good one for you. But so this is a tactical abstract game. Which of these bugs is not found among the original 5 in this game? So you kind of think of it as kind of like chess, where you're moving creatures around, attacking each other. But which one of these is not in the original game? Is it A, butterflies, B, bees, C, ants, or D, grasshoppers?
I'm going to say A, butterflies.
Very good. It is A, butterflies. Yeah, they're too nice to be in this game. I think everyone's attacking each other, so the butterflies aren't going to be involved in that. All right, question number 3. Which of these creepy crawlies is not an enemy minion in the adventure game Mice and Mystics? Is it A, scorpion, B, spider, C, roach, or D, centipede?
I think that would be C, roach.
No, it's actually A, scorpion.
Really?
Yeah. That one was tricky because I'm like, it does feel like there should be scorpions in the game, but if you look at all the figures, all the other ones are there, but there are no scorpions. All right. So now question number 4. Which game plays out the multi-generational migration of butterflies across North America? Is it A, the Butterfly Garden, B, Mariposas, C, how do you pronounce it?
French.
I know I took
Papillon.
French. Papillon. Thank you. Or D, Wings Across America.
B, Mariposas.
Correct. I really butchered that pronunciation. You're correct. It is B, Mariposas. All right. Last question in multiple choice. What party game designed by the Magic the Gathering the creator, Richard Garfield, can be best described as reverse categories? Is it A, Honey Buzz, B, Bees, C, Butterfly Effect, or D, Hive Mind?
Reverse categories. I'm going to take a wild guess and say D, Hive Mind.
Okay, wait, yeah, you got it right. I was just about to give a hint, like the reverse categories. You are correct. It is Hive Mind. Yeah, because in Hive Mind, you're trying to answer the same as everyone else versus Categories, the famous old party game where you're trying to be unique in your answers. All right, so you did recover. You got 3 out of 5, even though the first one stumped you. So not so bad. Good job there. Also, your merchandise also features honeycomb imagery along with the bee, which ties the bees, you said, to something more board gamey with the hex shapes. So the next round we're calling Hexy Times. I'm going to show you various hexes from components or boards, just something with hex shapes, and you have to identify the game that they're from. It's a picture round. And you earn up to 5 more points here. And again, viewers, if you want to play along, just pause and you can take your own guesses. All right, Stephanie, you ready?
Yes.
Okay. Number 1, what is this game?
Calico.
Correct. Number 1 is Calico. Okay, that's the game about making quilts with hex-shaped patterns. Okay, let's look at number 2. Name this game. This, for perspective, is a board.
Vindication.
Yes, nice, very good. All right, yeah, I thought it was a little bit too vague and maybe too bland, but yeah,
it's up there, and I forgot the name, and I was like, oh.
Yeah, I love this game, so nice job on that one. Okay, number 3.
It's a great game.
Number 3. Name this game.
Oh, something Las Vegas, I'm assuming. I have no idea. Nope, don't know.
Well, we're gonna give it to you because you said it. You literally said it. It is Las Vegas.
Okay.
Yeah, you said it, and I nodded, and I'm like, and then you kind of took it back. I'm like, well, you said it, so we're gonna give that one to you. The version we saw is Las Vegas Royale, which is the newer version of that game, classic dice game, and where you happen to live. So, there you go. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Can you name this game?
Anachrony.
Oh, nice work. Okay, that is Anachrony. These pieces don't even come in the base game. You have to buy an upgrade pack. So I thought I would get you that one, but good job.
It's got the same theme. I've seen that, so it's like that looks exactly like Anachrony.
Yeah. Yep. Good job there. Okay, and your last one in the picture round. Can you name this game?
Suburbia.
Nice work. Okay, you got Suburbia. That is correct. It's the city building game where you're putting little hex pieces together. So you are currently at 8 out of 10. That is a really good pace. A lot of people had to make up their score in the last round, but you're going into it really strong, which means I might have just jinxed you. We'll see.
Yeah, probably.
Okay, so round 3 is our speed round. Right now you're at 8 out of 10. You can earn up to 10 more points here. You're gonna have 30 seconds, but your channel's name, as we said, is Minimum Player Count, which I wanted to make fun of for having too many syllables for a brand, but then I realized this is the board game show by Going Analog, so I can't really make fun of you there. But this is a final round, the speed round, and we're calling this Max Power. So instead of a minimum player count, I'm going to give you a game title, and you have to tell me if its maximum player count is higher or lower than 4. This is a single copy of the game, no combining sets, no expansions, no deluxe versions. Just a base normal game, and all you have to do is say higher or lower. That's all you have to do, okay? And you're gonna have 30 seconds to earn up to 10 points. The timer is gonna start when I begin reading. And if you wanna play it long at home, you just mute and then rewind the video and to check out the answers. All right, Stephanie, you ready?
Yes.
Okay, Nemesis.
That would be lower.
Incorrect. Fields of Arle.
Higher.
Incorrect. Lost Cities.
Lower.
Correct. Lost Cities Roll and Write.
Lower.
Incorrect. Forbidden Desert.
Higher.
Correct. Star Trek Ascendancy.
Ooh, I think lower.
Correct. All right, we're out of time. So I thought I was going to stump you. Star Trek Ascendancy is tricky because it feels like it should be a big player game. It's only 3 players. All right, your total score is 11 out of 20. I did jinx you because you did really well. Most people don't do well the first 2 rounds, and then they do great in the 3rd round for some reason. But all right, let's go over the other questions. So Nemesis is a higher player count. Fields of Arle is a lower player count. It's a 2-player game. Lost Cities is a 2-player game as well, lower. Lost Cities Roll and Write is higher. That's a 5-player game. Forbidden Desert, 5-player game. Star Trek Ascendancy is lower. It's a 3-player game. And then the ones we didn't get to, let's just test these for fun. Twilight Struggle.
Lower.
Correct. 2 players. Coffee Roaster.
I think that's lower.
Correct. 1-player game. Rising Sun.
Higher.
Correct. Arkham Horror, the card game.
I think that's higher.
Lower. The original, just the one set of the game is a 2-player game. Oh, it's too bad we didn't get to the next few. You would have gotten the next few, right? But unfortunately, we ran out of time. So on a scoring scale of all Bs, you are B. Arthur, probably the least popular Golden Girl, but she was still a Golden Girl, so that's some coolness there.
No, B. Arthur was the most popular. Excuse me.
B. Arthur was the most popular Golden Girl. No. Okay. Well,
sounds like a fight.
we'll take this discussion off here. That's Christina, by the way, for everyone watching at home. She's on the side there. So, Stephanie, thanks again for joining us today. Tell people where they can find you.
You can find me on Instagram, YouTube, Facebook under the name Minimum Player Count. You can also see some of my videos on Board Game Spotlight YouTube, and I sometimes, take over and do different things on Board Game Spotlight. So
awesome. Okay, well, look for Stephanie's work there, and that is the Board Game Quiz Show. Please check us out everywhere as well, YouTube, blah 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 blah. Also, listen to our podcast every other week. Our podcast is really cool as well. So we hope you enjoy the show. Now you can stop watching and go play a game. Bye.
Bye.